pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans, and this is so important to me.
Donald Trump, after taking that call from Hillary Clinton last night, where he learned he would be the 45th president of the United States, taking the stage to give that victory speech, reaching out to all Americans, promising to unite America after one of the most stunning upsets in political history, one of the most divisive campaigns in political history.
And he gave that speech in the wee hours of the morning, just a few hours ago. Now all eyes are on Hillary Clinton. She is expected to speak later today, after calling Donald Trump overnight to concede. President Obama also called Trump following his victory to congratulate him, and also invited Trump to meet at the White House tomorrow.
I don't know. I don't think anybody here got any sleep last night, but for a lot of people who are waking up now to a surprise this morning about the news of Donald Trump being our 45th president, the market seemed to have it figured out before the polls did. And Rebecca Jarvis, she's been tracking them all night long. She's at the New York Stock Exchange right now, and good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Michael. And this caught Wall Street completely by surprise. Most traders, veteran traders, were expecting a completely different outcome. And from the moment that Donald Trump appeared to be pulling ahead, that is when you saw stocks selling off overnight and around the world. At one time, our Dow futures were down as many as 850 points. The S&P 500 futures were down 5%. In Japan, the markets there selling off overnight more than 5%. In Germany, France, the United Kingdom, those markets also selling off. So what's driving things lower? In a word, the uncertainty. Wall Street hates uncertainty, and Donald Trump has always been seen by Wall Street as the wild card candidate, the unpredictable candidate. Wall Street isn't quite sure what they're getting here. This is uncharted territory, and as a result, major banks have been forecasting for weeks now that a Donald Trump win would cost the market some of its gains. In fact, Barclays, out with a note, said that the market could lose as much as 11 to 13% with a Donald Trump for president outcome. Now, today, some of those losses that we saw overnight have been cut. When Donald Trump took the stage last night, the futures markets came back a bit. But today, Michael, we are looking at a day where Wall Street could lose as much as 2% ahead.
Oh, we'll make sure we keep our eyes on that. Thank you, Rebecca.
It did seem that his victory speech did help just a bit. We're going to talk to our political team. Tom Yamas is back, along with Matt Dowd, Martha Raddatz, and Koki Roberts. Let me start with you, Matt. You were confident that Hillary Clinton was going to win. You said a 90 to 95% chance.
I said 95, and then I said 96.
Okay, all right.
So for breakfast,
I love it. You're owning up to it.
And I told him he was crazy.
No, you were basing this on the polls, and people want to know, how were the polls so wrong?
So I had a big helping of crow this morning before I got here. I took a look. 112 of 115 polls in the last 4 days had Hillary Clinton winning in this election. It's a historic, as we've talked about, historic, the demographics and all that, but I want to give you a couple of facts. First, there's about 6 or 7 million votes out in California. Hillary Clinton is going to get a net of 2 or 3 million more votes from California. She is going to win the popular vote by a fairly large margin, 1 million to 1.5 million votes, and when this is over. She'll lost electoral college win it. Right now, Donald Trump has less votes than John McCain did when he lost to Barack Obama in 2008, and Mitt Romney did when he lost to Barack Obama in 2012. And one of the things I looked at, for all of the work that everybody did, there was about 3 to 4 million Democrats that did not show up and vote yesterday in the course of this election. This election will have the lowest turnout, percentage-wise, in 20 years. You mentioned that popular vote. We'll see what happens in the end if Hillary Clinton does indeed win it. This will be the 4th time in history that's happened. One candidate wins the popular vote, loses the Electoral College. It's been Republicans entering the White House all 4 of those times.
Yeah, and it's an amazing set of circumstances. And I did say, I was going for the football analogy, I said, the only good news about this, I said that the Detroit Lions had a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than Donald Trump of becoming president. So my Detroit team, let's go to the Super Bowl.